Mideast, and much, not absolutely all, but much of it is a result of actions by Iran and its Revolutionary Guard Corps and its the street criminal groups that it runs. They are all over the place, and I think that it is a growing empire. They want to be an empire. They want to get larger and larger and more in control. They're theocratic, totalitarian, genocidal liars.
Well, do you think that the president is engaged simply on his legacy strategy, that he wants a nuke deal to underscore his role in history, or is he simply refusing to see reality for what it is? Because right now, for example, we know that Iran has been meddling in Yemen. It has been engaged, is behind the scenes on attacks in Saudi Arabia and Iraq. So why aren't we hearing more of an outcry from European leaders saying that a nuke deal and easing sanctions will only embolden Iran to disregard any efforts to stop that country from building nuclear weapons?
Well, I think any agreement that they could reach now, after all the concessions they've made in the past year, is worse than worthless. A year ago, they had a reasonable going-in position. They've caved on virtually everything. And I think that it's an extremely difficult situation. I think they're keeping an eye on history to seeing if they can get some guidance from Neville Chamberlain rather than from Winston Churchill.
But what about the other European countries? Why aren't we hearing from their leaders?
Mainly because we're not hearing from the United States. The United States sets the tone and the direction for its NATO allies and for many other countries in the world historically. And when you get into a situation where the president time and time again says to the Syrian government, if you use chemical weapons, you will regret it. They use chemical weapons and we shrug and turn the thing essentially over to the Russians. When you operate like that, and like we're operating now, people won't follow you. The other countries of Europe are not going to take the lead if we're the weak horse rather than the strong horse.
But we just recently heard from Iran's supreme leader, who's continuing to rail on that he's not going to allow inspectors to check on Iran's nuclear sites. The trust factor here is already evaporated even before a deal is done, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that gives us a perfect opportunity to walk out. It's a worthless agreement that is taking shape, and many aspects of it really help them, essentially, instead of hurting their nuclear program.
Well, I know that you're very concerned about it, as are many others, but that deadline is less than 2 weeks away. We will continue to keep watch on what develops. Great to see you, sir, as always. Thank you so much for joining me once again.
Good to see you, Uma.
Thank you.